both teams. First, for the Nuggets, Lawson and Fournier man the back, and it's McGee in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Then there's Gallinari, and it's Fareed in at the 4. And for Miami, Chalmers and D-Wade are the guards. And it's Bosh in at the 5, roaming the paint. And it's LeBron James, and it's Haslam in at the 4 slot.
Ty Lawson out of North Carolina in his 5th season has really improved his playmaking in the league. Every year he's increased his number of assists and his rate of assists rather, and I love his speed as well.
Here's Bosh, and count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
Boy, he's so hard to stop, guys, because he poses a ton of matchup problems for the defense.
And Lawson, Steve, you mentioned becoming more of a playmaker. Clark, he's also upping his scoring every year, so I'll throw it to you guys right now. You know, where is this kid going?
Well,
Steve?
Yeah, I'll take this. I mean, I think he's become an elite-level point guard, and for Denver to take that next step, you know, that's what it's going to take. He's going to have to become their Derrick Rose, their Tony Parker, and I think Lawson is on his way to doing that.
Gallinari dishes to McGee. 6 on the shot clock. Lawson's against Chalmers. Goes back up. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron.
He's a grinder. Love what he does under the offensive boards, really bringing energy and life to his team.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Yes, I had a chance to catch up with Brian Shaw. A big factor in today's game, he said, is how they are able to handle Chris Bosh. He said often in games, Bosh is the X factor with his ability to gather rebounds and finish off chances inside. In order to keep him from dominating the fight on the glass, they'll have to match his intensity every step of the way. Guys?
Thanks again, Doris. Gallinari passes to McGee. Back to Gallinari. He feeds it to Fareed. McGee banked in off the glass. Chalmers with it. Dishes to Bosh. Wade kicks to LeBron. Pass to Bosh. Good ball movement here by Miami. Clock at 6. And Fareed sends it back. Here's Fournier. James covering. Fareed against Chalmers, and that one's good.
4 or 5 shots have dropped for them already. Not a bad way to get things started.
He'd have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Kicks it to Wade. James outside. Out of bounds. Denver takes possession.
8 seconds of the shot clock. 8.
First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes played. Guys, they've been getting it done.
They sure have been. I mean, really looking good and sharp offensively.
Yeah, knocking down the open shots and really getting a nice flow to their game. Where was he going with that pass? I mean, that's just an awful turnover.
The Heat trail by 5. About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. And Chalmers kicks to LeBron. Bosh against McGee. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
Well, coming off a title last year, you always wonder if a team will maybe relax a little bit. They usually won't admit to it, but Chris Bosh readily said it at times that his team had a difficult time lighting that fire again.
And to go back to what Bosh said, I think that is true for every team, Clark, that comes off a championship, but they usually don't admit it like Bosh did.
Well, you know what? Once you've won it all, there is a bit of a relief and a little malaise that may settle over you, but I've always respected Bosh's candor. He's a guy who doesn't bite his tongue, and he articulates what he feels, and I think it's impressive that they fought back to the finals once more, because that shows they eventually did recapture that fire.
And so Bosh nails both of them.
You know, when something works for you, you stay with it. The Heat saw after the 2012 finals that small ball was very effective for them. You can see why they chose to do that, given how hard it is to find a power forward that can match up with LeBron. Makes good sense.
Now, some weak defensive coverage there, and I'm pretty sure they didn't plan on starting this game out like that, giving such easy access to the rim.
Gallinari against Chalmers. The feed now to Wade. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And he gets it to go. And mismatches really are what make an NBA offense go at times. Not only can Miami overpower you, Steve, you know, with their sheer talent at times, but if you're trying to guard a perimeter play with a big, you're going to be in trouble.
Well, some people still see small ball as a gimmick, but, you know, for Miami, it's different because you've got LeBron James playing the power forward. So it's not really small ball. He can rebound, he can defend, he can do everything. And so the Heat become a nightmare to guard at the other end, and you can rarely take advantage of them offensively.
Here's McGee, and he drops it in from the low post. McGee's got 6.
Really hard to find fault with anything he's doing this quarter, at least at the offensive end.
Chalmers against Lawson. Fades away. Here's Haslam, and it's blocked by Fareed. And he recovers it. Wade with it. Now defended by Fournier. Wade dishes to Bosh. The drive by Wade. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket. Wade's got his second bucket of the game to go. Lawson the pass to Gallinari. And he gets the bucket. Gallinari's got his first points in this one.
There it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great position inside.
Yeah, getting the ball into the post should be their first option every time down. Force the defense to adapt and adjust.
Another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively so far.
Yeah, I think that could really set things up well the rest of the game. Pound the ball inside and let your perimeter players play off your bigs.
He thought he had that one clean, but the ref saw it differently. They'll count the basket.
And the Nuggets making a change here. Hickson's checked in. The Heat trail by 5. James kicks to Chalmers. It's stolen by Lawson. James against Gallinari. Shot's good.
Boy, they've settled into their offense very quickly here today.
Yeah, they're zoned in, making the most out of their possessions here.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game. Heat have gone 4 for 9 from the field to start this game off. Wade gets a screen from Bosh, and it's Wade penetrating. James dishes to Bosh. LeBron against Fareed. Clock at 6. Fires at the elbow. No good from LeBron.
No breathing room at all to take that shot.
And Gallinari kicks to Lawson. Wade with the block, but he stays with it. Haslam a screen on Lawson, and it's Wade penetrating. Now Haslam inside, LeBron with it. Now guarded by Fareed. Wade gets a screen from Haslam. A look from Bosh. That falls. Nice feed that time from Dwayne Wade. And it's 7 points for Chris Bosh. The Nuggets leading by 5. Here's Fournier. He dishes it to Hickson. Poked away. Stolen by Bosh. And here we go. Fast break. Wade's got it. Here's James. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
You know, regardless of who starts the break, it seems like he's usually the one to finish it.
And that's because of how well he attacks the rim on the dead run.
Lawson against Chalmers. And Fareed the bucket on the assist by Lawson. And the Nuggets lead by 5.
They have repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid dividends.
Yeah, it sure has, Clark. I mean, with as many points as they've gotten in the paint, they really haven't had to do much on the perimeter.
Here's Fournier. He's covered by Bosh. Lawson. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. That's on LeBron James. Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for the Nuggets.
And the points they're getting in the lane will really help them open up the floor.
You know, one other thing that's clear is how well they're burying their jump shots here in the early going.
The first one falls.
Well, Ty Lawson, given the keys to this Nuggets offense last year by George Karl, and I think Brian Shaw now has similar confidence in his point guard, allowing him to really run this team in transition, get them out and firing.
And Lawson hits 2 free throws. And going back to Lawson and his quickness, one of the fastest guards, don't you think, Clark, end-to-end in this game?
Yeah, and I think he's just a lot stronger than people think, and he's a terrific finisher around the rim for a guy who's probably only about 5'10". I know they try to list him taller than that, but he is a dynamo and a terrific point guard. I love watching him go.
Really good performance so far on the boards for this club.
Boy, I like the way they've done a great job carving out space under the basket when the shots have gone up.
Here's Chandler. Rebound by the Heat. Wade's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Wade gets a screen from Anderson. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
They've got to get their heads into this game. They're giving the ball away far too easily.
That's turnover number 3, not the way you want to start the game.
The Nuggets leading by 7. Now Lawson. He's got 6, and yes, sir, that one drops.
And that's a difficult shot in the face of a defender that towers over.
You know, he almost seems to enjoy those mismatches, Steve. It gives him a chance to show what a strong finisher he is.
Well, he tried to step in and cut him off, but just not quick enough.
And we have the benefit of replay, but I think they got that one right, which is the case most times, even though fans don't think so.
And stolen by Miller.
They're losing their concentration here, guys. Some sloppy. Oh, man, what a play. Punches it down with pop.
Rubs it in. It looks like a little deeper with the hanging finish.
Well, they're not backing off at all, are they?
And that last replay courtesy of Kia. The Heat trail by 11. And the Heat call time here.
You know, all coaches hate defensively when you give up easy points in the paint. That's inexcusable. So that's the reason for this timeout here.
I think it came down to the fact they were getting beat inside, and that's why the coach called timeout. They were not winning the battle inside.
Now, here is Battier. He's guarded by Arthur. And Shane Battier gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
Well, I love it. He gets there first, absorbs the contact. Nice play defensively.
No flop there. He took that one right in the chest.
The Nuggets leading by 11. Lawson outside. The dish to Chandler. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. And here we go. Fast break. Wade's got it. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Boy, extremely opportunistic defense leading to those points there.
That dunk clock coming within seconds of the steal.
Love the way they convert from defense to offense.
But that's what happens when you get all 5 guys on a string defensively ready to react and make a play.
Doubled by Anderson. It's Chandler high post. Working on Allen. 6 on the shot clock.
They keep going down low with the ball, and it results in points. They're having their way in the paint.
And it's resulted in a big early lead, too.
The Heat trail by 11. Down low. Here's Anderson. Great D that time from Hickson. Now here is Miller. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. The shot is off. Excellent D there from Cole.
You know, Heat head coach Eric Spoelstra worked his way up from the very bottom in that organization. I mean, he got his start as a video coordinator, and through years of hard work and dedication has really become an outstanding coach.
And back to Coach Eric Spoelstra as a guy who got his start as a video coordinator, picking the game apart. Steve, he's very comfortable with the new advanced stat movement, analytics in the NBA.
Yeah, and I've had a chance to speak with him quite a bit. He says that the way they use advanced stats is just as a conversation piece in the coaching room. Their analytics department will bring them various information, and it will force them to ask questions, which is very healthy for a coaching staff to do.
You know, Shane Battier was such a great addition for this Heat team, really a coach on the floor. And since they added him to the mix, guys, guess what? 2 straight championships.
And he sinks the second. And Steve, you look at Shane Battier, his ability to cross-match and guard fours down low is one of the keys that enabled the Heat to go small, especially 2 years ago when they were in the finals.
Yeah, and in the regular season last year, it was very successful for Miami. That's why they shot those threes so well, because they had the floor spread. But Battier always willing to take on that challenge physically. The question, though, is when you go against a guy like David West or even Carlos Boozer, it gets tougher. And so in the playoffs, Miami has had to maybe go small a little bit less often.
He's a winner, though, isn't he?
No question.
Cole, the pass to Anderson, rejected by Arthur. And that'll be Miami as it goes out of bounds. The Heat retain possession.
16 seconds.
Passes it to Wade. Just 5 on the clock. Tries from the block. Nice touch on the back shot. Wade's got 8.
You know, when he's in that tight with that kind of height advantage over the defender, that's going to be a pretty easy play for him.
Miller kicks to Lawson. Pass to Chandler. Miller dishes to Chandler. Lawson outside. This one for 3. That's good. He's got 13.
He is just tearing it up this quarter. That lead's not going anywhere while he's this hot.
.27 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here's Cole. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Here comes Lawson. They lead by 11. Rejected by Anderson. And he's able to get it back. Here's Miller. No dice from the high post. And as we conclude the first quarter, a one-sided game so far. Nuggets lead by 11. Welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move here into the second. And guys, we've seen the Nuggets really take control here.
And they're really keying in on getting as many good shots inside the lane as possible. They're doing a nice job of not just settling for outside looks.
Yep, I agree. I mean, they're working it inside and doing it with intention and purpose.
And he shows us he knows how to finish with a flourish.
The Nuggets leading by 9. On the wing, Chandler. Good.
They'll take as many of those looks as they can get.
Here's Cole. To the paint. Here's LeBron. Howard down after the assist. Let him into the lane.
Major league big boy throwdown right there.
And he keeps a tight grip on that rim after the finish.
And maybe that'll give this team a little bit of their edge back.
Here's Fournier. And Doris Burke has a report for us from the sideline.
Thank you, Kevin. J.J. Hickson last season was 4th in the league in rebounds per minute. He says, quote, all gas, no brakes. That's the way I was taught to play the game. But he says he's much more than just a hustle guy, adding that calling him that takes away from my overall game. I can shoot, I can make basketball plays. He did improve his jump shot last season, and at 25, he has plenty of room to grow, guys.
Well, as his shooting comes along, that's a great way for him to really find his niche, Doris. Thanks. The pass to Miller. Stolen by Allen. Feeds to Cole. He lobs it up, and James throws it down.
Really hard to decide, guys, which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Clark, there's no wrong answer to that one, my friend. Sensational alley-oop all the way around.
Agreed.
All of the above.
Chandler outside. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over. Chandler's got 4 this quarter. The Heat trail by 7.
You know, it's pretty hard not to ask the question after the Nuggets were bounced in the first round of the playoffs if, in fact, they were better constructed for the regular season than the playoffs.
You know, continuing to talk about the Nuggets, it is a fair question to ask because this group, Steve, has been so successful in the regular season but has yet to make a big splash in the postseason.
Yeah, I think they've advanced out of the first round one time in the last 9 seasons. So, I think it's a fair question, Kevin. I think you can win playing fast, but you have to have balance. Look at the Spurs last year. They played a very high tempo, but they played excellent defense as well. You've got to have some kind of a balance to win in the postseason.
And Allen drops them both.
And at the free throw line, it's all about consistency with him. Same routine, same stroke.
Miller against Chalmers. Miller, the pass to Gallinari. Stolen by Chalmers. It's Allen on the wing. Fires the 3. Good. Allen's got 5 now.
One of the great shooters in the history of the game. I mean, Ray Allen is just amazing with that deep range, incredible accuracy, and he can also put the ball on the deck a little bit once or twice, pull up jump shots, get to the foul line. Allen's just one of the most consistent scorers we've had in the game for a long time.
And he's rehearsed that motion for so long. It's automatic. I mean, it's something he can do in his sleep. He doesn't even think about the situation or the defender. He eyes his target and lets it fly. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting in the paint and keep scoring points. Keep it going.
Yeah, not a lot you can do defensively when they continue to get the ball inside and get these easy shots.
And stolen by Chalmers. Allen drives in. He kicks to Bosch. He feeds it to James. Bosch with it. Now guarded by Fareed. Bosch, that's good.
The mid-range jumper becomes a pretty high percentage shot for him when he has that kind of space.
Miller against Chalmers. Now here is Gallinari. Guarded closely. And now James pushing it up. No one back to score.
Oh, get it! Oh, watch out now. Man, he got fancy with that one, didn't he?
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open.
And I like that. I mean, some coaches might want to see just a sure-handed lay-in, but I say put as much as you can on the finish and get your teammates going.
And Gallinari kicks to Miller. Back to Gallinari. And there's the call on James. That's foul number 2 for him.
And another foul would give him 3 before the half, something to keep our eyes on.
Fareed, a screen on Bosch. And McGee kicks to Fareed. And stolen by LeBron.
Seems like they got a little comfortable with the lead, guys. They're giving it away with this casual play with the basketball.
Yeah, and you see a chink in the armor here with the turnovers they've committed. I mean, the composure's starting to wane.
McGee is screen on James. Gallinari dishes to McGee. Pass to Fournier. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
Only 3 teams in the entire Eastern Conference had a better than 500 record against the West, and no surprise the Heat were one of those 3, and they were dominant against Western Conference opponents all year long.
That one is off. Clark, adding on to what you were saying about the Heat versus the West, they ended up 25-5, which is incredible, Steve, given how many tough teams that are in the Western Conference.
That's amazing, Kevin. They had a better record against the West than they did against the East in terms of their winning percentage. So I think that speaks to just how motivated Miami was when they went out on the road to the West in particular to really show everybody how good they were.
You know, you might have expected a team that finished 3rd in the West to have a positive road record, but the Nuggets last season actually finished south of 500 when they left the Pepsi Center.
Now here's Allen. He's covered by Fournier. It's Allen with the drive. Haslam can't get it to go.
Really high-quality shot there, just a little off with his release.
That miss right there will definitely leave him shaking his head.
And yes, sir, that one drops. McGee's got 8 points. Well, Clark, as you said, with the Nuggets on the road, 19-23 record for them on the road. Was the difference between them and the Thunder, Steve, in that division?
Well, they were so dominant at home, Kevin, and they always have been, just with their style of play and the altitude. But it's just tough to go out and play that same style on the road where you're running constantly. You're just more vulnerable defensively when you play that style when you're out on the road than you do when you play it at home.
And he gets it to go. And it's a 3-point Nugget lead.
You know, he was smart to draw his man out to the perimeter. He's giving up too much size to be effective inside.
Agreed. As long as he picks his spots, his outside shot will be hard to block, no matter who's on it.
Great-looking bounce pass to set up that play.
Miller, the pass to Gallinari. To the wing on the left. Here's Fournier, and again it's Denver. And Miami has possession. They trail by 3, and the Heat call time here.
And Gallinari, a 6'10" small forward, highly skilled, excellent size, really good mobility as well. That makes him a really confident, capable player at both ends of the floor and gives him an advantage because of that 6'10" frame.
Terrell Arthur, he's checked in for JaVale McGee. Allen drives in. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. And Gallinari, Clark, you mentioned, good size, moves his feet well defensively. I'll be anxious to see how he comes back from this blown knee.
Yeah, for sure. And you mentioned the defense, Kevin. He's frequently called upon to guard some of the best players in the league, guys like LeBron or Kobe. Usually a man his size isn't going to draw a lot of perimeter defensive assignments, but Gallinari can really move.
You know, he's been the star of movies before, but Ray Allen recently shared some of his plans for what he'll do after basketball. First thing on his list is to get back in front of the camera and resume his acting career.
He makes 1 of 2 that time. And for Ray Allen, now 38 years of age, interesting to see how much longer, Steve, he thinks he can continue and how much teams feel he can continue.
Well, he's had some foot issues that have slowed him down a little bit. I thought he had a terrific regular season last year for the Heat, although maybe a little bit slow during the playoffs. But, great shooters have a way of sticking around.
Shot clock at 6. Here's Chalmers. And he drops it in from the low post. It's all knotted up. Nuggets have gone 6 of 9 in the second quarter. Some good work from the field. Here's Fareed. He dents the rim with a two-handed slam. Wow.
Went for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
Yeah, he's sensing this is a critical time in this game, guys.
And Chalmers kicks to LeBron. That's good. LeBron's got it all tied up now for the Heat.
It was a slow start for him, but he started to take off since we hit the second quarter, guys.
Back to Miller. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Miller's got 4 points in the quarter.
These guys know each other well, clearly, because that was a beautiful pass.
Wade kicks to Allen. Dishes to Haslam. Kicks it out to LeBron. Shoots. And it's Miami with another.
Boy, after having a tough time in the first, he's managed to turn it around nicely this quarter.
The Nuggets have gone 8 of 11 from the field in the second quarter. Really flowing here. Fareed with it. Now guarded by Haslam. Haslam against Fareed. Knocked away. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nuggets will retain possession. And the Nuggets with some changes. Hickson comes in for Kenneth Fareed. And Wilson Chandler's subbed in for Gallinari. Four on the shot clock. It's stolen by Wade. And here we go. Wade heading.
Oh, my goodness. What a huge play.
I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is the 2 points, not the dramatics.
Oh, come on, Clark. He had to go for it, didn't he?
I'm with you, Kevin. You can't fault him for that. I mean, just let him go. Who cares?
The Heat with the lead. Clark, this offense has really been clicking.
No doubt about it, giving the defense all kinds of trouble.
And they're playing with so much energy offensively. The ball is really moving.
And he gets it to go.
Man, their offense is really cranked up in the second quarter.
Yeah, they've got it going now. Above 60% shooting for the night, and it's going to be tough to beat them when they shoot it like that.
Chandler outside. Into J.J. Hickson. And it's out of bounds to the Nuggets as Denver retains possession. From the sideline, let's catch up with Doris Burke.
Kevin, thank you. There was a lot of thought about how the Heat could improve after they lost to the Mavs in the 2011 NBA Finals. Many called for a veteran point guard, but the team felt comfortable with who they had. Coach Eric Spoelstra said, "We felt we had one of the younger point guard tandems in the league that we can build on and offer us championship minutes right now." They grew into that role and were a big part of their back-to-back titles. Spoelstra says they earned it with their hard work, and he couldn't be happier, guys.
Thank you, Doris. The Nuggets trail. Hickson a screen on Wade. Fournier, an easy layup after coming off the pick. Fournier's got 7 points.
Very well executed pick to give him all kinds of space to get that one off.
Here's Cole. Lawson defending. Chandler with the block. And it's out of bounds to the Heat as Miami retains possession.
9 seconds on the shot clock.
6 on the shot clock. The drive by James over Chandler. The shot by LeBron, no good. The Nuggets shooting 64%. Beautiful all-around play by this offense. Here's Chandler. And the go-ahead bucket, no good.
All the defender had to do there was just stay close to him, and he did.
Out of bounds. Denver takes possession.
Such a careless pass. You've got to keep your head in the game here.
Here comes Lawson. 13 points in the game. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in. Lawson's got 15.
Really tough to get that shot off with the size differential there. It's not an individual matchup he's going to win every time, especially in the post.
Very well done. I didn't think he had any business operating down there with the big fellas.
Here's Cole. Knocked loose. Shot clock at 5. The 15-footer uses the glass to drop it in. 12 points for Dwayne Wade.
I'll tell you what, he's made more than a few of those in his career.
And Denver is out to take their first time out here. And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Hey guys, well, Brian Shaw had some advice for the team over that last break. Improving their inside game, particularly at the defensive end, is what he wants them to focus on right now. Getting bodies down low and forcing more shots to come from the perimeter. Well, Coach not wasting any time in tweaking the game plan. We'll see if it makes a difference as we approach halftime, Kevin.
Great. Thanks for the report, Doris. Chandler dishes to Lawson. Baseline jumper, and again it's Denver. Miami trailer. Now here's James. He's got 14. 52 seconds left here in the second.
Much has been made about the show LeBron puts out during games, but he also puts on a spectacle in his pregame routine. Last season, he and others started pulling out all the stops and dunking in the pregame warm-up in an effort to break a sweat.
And Clark, you mentioned the pregame dunks for LeBron, a devastating finisher. Some have asked why he's never competed in the All-Star Slam Dunk competition. In fact, I say that every Saturday night I'm sitting on that microphone. Why isn't LeBron in this competition?
Wouldn't it be nice? In fact, I think, didn't Magic Johnson even put up a $1 million incentive for him to compete? Yeah, it would be incredible to see him. I don't know. I think it's become almost a chore for players these days to enter, but it would be fantastic to see him out there.
And James drills them both.
An excellent game we've seen from LeBron. He's got 16 points, and also those active hands of his have led to a pair of steals.
Yeah, Clark, he's had a great presence defensively. He's thrown off their rhythm on several occasions.
They grab their own miss. Arthur, and he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might well tell the story in this one.
And that should tilt things toward them. I mean, they've been winning that battle.
Here's Anderson. Denver grabs the miss. Fournier's got his third rebound on the night. Now Hickson inside, and it's blocked by Anderson. Here's Cole. The shot's good on the assist by Wade. Wade's got 3 assists in the game. And here's Lawson. 17 points in the game. 4 seconds left, and he lays it up and in. Lawson's got 6 in the quarter.
That's where you like to get shots, inside and close to the hoop.
And we're through 2 here and a good one. The Nuggets on top. They're up by 2. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Chris, what's been the key tonight on how this first half has turned out for you guys?
We have been doing pretty good on offense, moving the ball, getting layups, getting out on the court, getting to the free throw line. But when we do that, good things happen.
No doubt, Chris. Thank you. Kevin?
Thank you, Doris. And we'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half.
Now, presented by Sprint.
And we played 2 quarters out at American Airlines Arena, and a great game is in progress for our halftime show. Denver in a tight one against Miami. Through 2 quarters, their offense has been simply unstoppable. Bucket after bucket after bucket after bucket after bucket, you get it. And Ty Lawson having no problem scoring against Miami. He's racked up 19 points and also has contributed with his passing, making some assists. Also, Miami looking good in the first half. Defensively, very disruptive. They've been effective forcing turnovers. Nice steal so far. A sensational first half for LeBron. At the break, 16 points, and he's made some key plays in the assist department, too. And that'll wrap things up for me here in the studio. Second half is just around the corner. Thanks so much for stopping by.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
And as we return to action, a breathtaking view over the shores of Miami.
Well, how about Ty Lawson in this one? 19 points and the 2 nice steals as well. Whether it's making the tough pass or coming up with the steal, he's been able to do it.
Well, he's had a great feel for the game today, for his teammates, for the situation, for his opponents. I mean, he knows what's going on out there.
And it's Kenneth Faried with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
First team foul.
Miami with the ball. A 2-point game. Bosch passes to Wade. Great look, but off the mark.
Oh, easy look there, but, you know, he misses those once in a while.
Kicks it to Lawson. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. Stolen by Bosch. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
That's his first personal foul. Dwyane Wade.
And as he has gained more experience in the league, Wade has taught himself to rely a bit more on his jump shot and a little less on attacking the rim. But still, you see his confidence really lies in his ability to attack the lane.
That free throw good from Wade. And Wade still a player who thrives on getting in the lane, Clark, and for his career, under 30% from long range.
Yeah, you know, his jump shot is more of a mid-range weapon, quite honestly. He loves the bank shot, loves the floaters, and is always looking to get somebody in the air with that pump fake. And usually, more times than not, guys bite and he gets free throws.
He gets to the line, you're right. And Wade drops them both.
Some thought the Nuggets might be a dark horse team to get to the Western Conference Finals last season, but they didn't even get out of the first round. They lost to the Warriors, a very good Warriors team, in 6 games.
Here's Lawson. Sinks that one from the post. Lawson's got 21.
Dropped that one in as soft as a feather using the finger roll.
Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. And Chalmers kicks to Bosch. Haslam dishes to LeBron. The turnaround jumper. James has got 18 points in the game. And going back to that series, Clark, I think it was easily one of the most exciting series of the first round, but the Nuggets knew they would have an uphill battle when they dropped game 2 at home. You know, Steve, they looked like they missed Gallinari in some of those games, obviously.
Well, I think anytime you're down a three-point shooter, it makes it very difficult, particularly in the playoffs when teams can sit back and pack the paint. So I thought that was what that series showed, is that in the postseason, the best three-point shooting team often has a big advantage, and the Warriors clearly were much better from beyond the arc.
For Denver, they have made 3 of their first 5 foul shots tonight.
Taking 2 shots.
That's good from Lawson.
The Heat have magnificent talent, but even coming off an NBA title, they had never put their name into the conversation of the great teams until last spring when they went on that amazing 27-game winning streak.
He's off on the second. And for the Heat, they were staring right at the 72 Lakers win record, and I'm sure everyone remembers, but ultimately they would fall, Steve, to the Bulls after 27 consecutive wins.
Yeah, that streak to me was one of the great feats in NBA history. Winning 27 games in a row in the regular season, so difficult, but it showed you what the Heat were made of. They really were battling every night, and I thought that put them on a great run heading into the playoffs.
1 for 4 from the field since halftime. They're having a tough time getting it going here.
And it's out of bounds to the Nuggets as Denver retains possession. And the nation of intimidation right in front of us here, guys, on this overlay. Let's take a moment here for the career leaders in blocks per game, some giants of the NBA.
Well, that's what you'd expect, right? Mark Eaton, 7'4", Manute Bol, 7'7". I mean, those are specialists right there. And then you have more all-around big guys like Hakeem Olajuwon, David Robinson. And I'll tell you what, if you're averaging around 3 blocks a game, well, that's top tier.
And the Heat call time here.
Well, when you have the best record in the league, you're going to be the most dominant, one of the most dominant teams at home. The Heat just destroyed people down in Miami, and only the Denver Nuggets had more wins at home than the Heat did.
And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Eric Spoelstra was saying to his team. He said their plan was run their offense through LeBron. Coach stressed the importance of starting their possessions by getting him the ball, something that hasn't been happening as often as it typically does. He then went on to tell them he wants to use their fast break offense to its full effect, saying, "We can run these guys into the ground." Probably a good time to make some changes with a good chunk of the second half still to go, Kevin.
Always great to hear from you, Doris. Watson the pass to McGee. That's good. Now it's a 5-point Nugget lead. And how crazy is that from the Heat to win as many games as they did last season, but still be second in the league in home wins? Still, we're far and away number one at home in the East.
Well, yeah, the Knicks were the closest to a team in the East, but they still had 6 fewer wins at home than Miami. But the Heat really just did what they had to do to put themselves in position to go on to their second NBA title in a row.
Watson kicks to McGee. No good. And the Heat going the other way now.
This offense's first miss after 3 straight makes to start the second half.
Chalmers dishes to LeBron. The feed to Bosh. 6 on the shot clock. And Chalmers kicks to Wade to stop the drought. And that comes off the assist by Mario Chalmers. 16 points for Dwayne Wade. Denver leading by 3. Here's Fournier. And Fareed throws it down. And that's a double-double for him now. 10 points and 10 rebounds.
Excellent work on the offensive boards.
Went after that rebound hard and quickly turned it into a putback jam. Beautiful work.
And those are the types of plays that have put them in front in this game.
Now here's Wade. Not a lot of room. Chalmers passes to Wade. Knocks down the 3-ball. Wade's got 19 points. Nuggets have gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the third. Fournier dishes to McGee, and he banks in the layup. McGee's got 14 points.
They've been so efficient in the paint in this game. That's an area they've totally dominated.
You know, once they ID'd the edge they had inside, they just continued to attack it.
Chalmers with the screen for James. Five on the clock. He dishes it to Chalmers. The Heat need to get a shot off. Rebound by the Nuggets. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
Watson kicks to Gallinari. The dish to McGee. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nuggets will retain possession. J.J. Hickson, he's checked in for the Nuggets. There's Gallinari with the 3. And it's Wade with the rebound. The Heat trail by 4. James kicks to Wade. Right side Bosh. Fades, and he gets it to go. Bosh has got 13. And here are the Nuggets now.
You know, Miami went to that smaller lineup last season, and a big change in that was having Chris Bosh move over to the 5 spot. Not his natural position, but I thought he held his own both offensively and defensively playing in the middle.
Wade gets a screen from James, and the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
You cannot afford to make mistakes like that here in a tight game.
Denver making a switch here. The Nuggets have gone 5 of 9 on field goal attempts since halftime. And for Bosh, playing the center, Steve, he's giving up some weight out there.
but he's a very smart defender. He avoids fouls, and the way the league is these days, Kevin, most teams play smaller, and Bosch can normally find a center that he can guard without too much trouble. But there are a few matchups around the league that are a problem.
Well, they got the speed and the pressure of that Miami defense. You think they're able to compensate for any lack of size inside by using those other things.
Yeah, that's normally the case against, I would say, the vast majority of the league.
And he knocks down the first one.
You know, the high-octane offense and the up-tempo brand of basketball the Nuggets played really was quite effective in being able to kind of dominate Eastern Conference teams.
The Heat making a switch here. Cole's checked in. Both free throws good for Miller. Well, and back to the Nuggets. They did well against the East, as you alluded to, Clark. They were 19-11, Steve, against the conference as a whole.
Well, that's right where they wanted to be record-wise, Kevin. And even though the Nuggets got out and ran, they could actually still play with a physicality as well when they went up against the East. So they did pretty well. They swept the entire Central Division, and they were the only team to go undefeated against an individual division all last year.
Hickson passes to Fareed. And he gets it to go. Fareed's got 4 points in the quarter.
His shooting's been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons his team is up in this game.
Here's Cole. Lawson defending. Battier dishes to Cole. Shot clock at 6. The drive by James, and he gets it to go. James has got 20.
That's his brand of basketball, and he plays it as well as anyone. And as we get into crunch time, they need him at his best.
Fareed, no good.
Well, the effort was there, but he just couldn't quite fight his way through traffic.
Here's Allen. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. Allen's got it all tied up now for the Heat.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
And giving up these easy chances is going to do wonders for their confidence.
Miami's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. LeBron against Chandler. LeBron kicks to Anderson.
Talking about Chris Anderson, guys, the Birdman. We weren't sure if he was going to be able to fly last season, but he did latch on with a very good Miami Heat team who was in need of some help rebounding, which is his strength. He still can do that and block shots as well.
And he can't get the first one. And the Nuggets making a change here. Arthur's checked in. And he's good on the second. And here's Lawson. 22 points for him. Hickson sets the screen for Lawson. Out to Miller. Back to Lawson. Just 5 on the clock. From the baseline. Up again, and Hickson throws it down.
You know, he's really adept at keeping possessions alive by hitting the boards and cashing in on some of those putbacks.
And he is also a tireless worker under the glass, Steve. More than a few guys have been on the receiving end of one of his elbows when the rebound is up for grabs. He uses his body very well.
Cole, the pass to Allen. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Allen's got 10. The Nuggets have gone 8 of 14 on their shot attempts here in the third. Some pretty nice work. Here's Chandler, and that one's on target from the wing. Here's Cole. He's got 6. To the paint. Shot by Battier. Open and close and nails it. He has 5.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. I mean, defensively, the wind has just been knocked out of their sails.
Need to get more bodies committed down low.
Chandler kicks to Arthur. Passes it to Hickson. Lawson drives in to the middle. Here's Arthur. James with the block. Miller against Allen. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Allen's got 12. And now we'll get perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Heat.
Contested shots and block shots. They're bread and butter defensively. They're giving up no easy looks.
And the other thing they're doing, Clark, is scoring a lot of points off turnovers, forcing mistakes and cashing in.
And that one's good. He's got 10. Clark and Steve, neither side has relented a bit in this back-and-forth affair.
Well, 8 lead changes, Kevin, so far as the teams are battling it out here in the third.
It's all building towards what could be a great finish. This will be fun to watch.
The drive by James. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face. James has got 22 points.
I don't know what's happening to their defense. I mean, they don't have any effort, any purpose.
And it's really costing them. I mean, the last 5 baskets at that end have been on very easy looks.
Denver calls timeout.
You know, last year, LeBron said that he was at his peak as a player, both physically and spiritually. You could see it in his eyes, just so confident. Even when things aren't going well, he now has the fortitude to make his way through that and continue to play and finish the game.
Hickson with the ball. 6 points for him. 52 seconds left to play here in the third. Shot clock at 6. Offensive rebound. And that's good. A nice job on the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort. And Clark and Steve, as we approach the fourth quarter, still anyone's ball game.
Yeah, exactly right, Kevin. I mean, these teams just simply keep trading baskets and as a result, trading the lead.
Yeah, neither side really able to create much of a cushion at all. So, which team can make a little run here? We'll see.
Well, when you think about the level that LeBron is playing at right now, Clark, do you think he still has room to improve his game?
I think it's just a matter of his experience and picking and choosing his spots. I think his skill set is fantastic, and it's just a matter of staying the course. I don't see much improvement there. He's a terrific shooter from the 3 and inside the line. He drives it, makes his free throws, passes the ball, rebounds, defends. He wants to be in that 50, 40, 90 club on his shooting percentages, and I think he'll make it happen.
I know he's still working with Ray Allen on the free throw shooting, too.
Yeah.
Now Russell. And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Heat lead by 1. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The fourth quarter is coming up next. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. The Nuggets trail. Pass to McGee. Back to Lawson. Clock at 6. Gallinari against James. A nice shot by Gallinari. Gallinari's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for the Nuggets. Lawson against Chalmers. Wade outside. Back to Chalmers. Here's Wade. High arcing shot, and that's 2 points on the layup. Wade's got 9 points here in the second half. And guys, here in the fourth quarter, still a close game.
Yeah, and actually still too close to call. I mean, this one is tight.
This could be an instant classic, fellas. I mean, this thing has all the looks of a game that's going to go right down to the last shot.
no good. Some solid defense from Bosch. The Heat with the lead. Wade dishes to Chalmers. Wade left side. Back to Chalmers. The pass to Wade. And the call will be against Fournier. That's foul number 2 for him.
He tried to step in and cut him off, but just not quick enough.
And we have the benefit of replay, but I think they got that one right, which is the case most times, even though fans don't think so.
Kenneth Faried's checked in for Denver. A little over a minute and a half of the fourth quarter gone now. And the basket by Chalmers.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
I just love the mentality they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing anything. They're moving it side to side and working to get a good shot.
You know, guys, it seemed to be a great fit initially in Denver with McGee and the Nuggets. But he had a bit of a wake-up call from George Karl last season when Karl said of McGee, lazy and crazy isn't going to make it work. Definitely wants to see more out of his young center.
That's good from McGee. And with JaVale McGee, his then coach Karl said he's a tremendous talent. Karl just wants him to be more fundamentally sound.
Well, he said it on multiple occasions, and one of the reasons McGee never got into the starting lineup under Karl was that he was too sporadic with his effort. He'd make a spectacular play and then turn it around and make a bad one. So he needs consistency in his game.
So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2.
Talk about a terrific game for McGee. 15 points, and he has sent a bunch of shots in reverse.
Well, and because of that, there's now a serious intimidation factor working in their favor.
Wade kicks to James. 6 to shoot. The 17-footer. And there's another one for the Heat.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Well, if you just looked at assist as the measuring stick, they've been by far the better team.
Lawson's against Chalmers. Lawson the pass to McGee. Lawson right side. Reverses. Yep, it goes in, and the Miami lead is cut down now to just 2 points with that basket from Kenneth Faried.
Well, they were sleeping on defense. The defense really didn't do its job. I mean, a little slow to react to the ball getting into the paint. That's costly.
Well, and at this stage of such a tight game, I think this is when tired legs start to show, and the defense can become vulnerable in the low block.
Chalmers dishes to James. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one, drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
Well, it's an almost impossible task guarding him. He's so strong and quick. LeBron is like a locomotive bearing down. You see why teams have to give hard fouls to stop him, because a little bit of contact just is not going to be enough to stop him.
Hey, Steve, a lot of contact isn't enough to stop the freight train LeBron James. I mean, he draws so much attention defensively, but what makes him special is how he can punish a defense for overcommitting, because I think his greatest attribute amongst all of his great attributes is his passing ability.
That one is no good. The Nuggets trail by 3. Gallinari with it. He's picked up by LeBron. And Fournier kicks to Lawson. McGee is screen on James. Ring shot on the way. It's hauled in by Dwayne Wade. Wade's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Feeds to Bosch. He kicks it to LeBron. Wade outside. Shot from 6, and he hits the jump shot. Wade's got 11 in the second half.
And this game is really heated up. I didn't think it could get any more high scoring than it already was.
Well, there's always room for more offense, Steve. You know that.
Lawson kicks to McGee. A flawless finish on the alley-oop.
How nice was that alley-oop? Those two really have a good connection.
Yeah, read each other so well. It's a play I'm sure, Clark, they love to run.
And as the receiver, he didn't feel like he had the need to go for the monster finish. Just laying it in, making sure he got the points.
Wade gets a screen from Bosch. Wade passes to Bosch. He got right to the cup using that screen. Bosch has got the lead up to 5 now for the Heat. McGee sets the pick for Lawson. An easy layup after coming off the pick. Lawson's got 24 points.
What's going on defensively there? A lack of focus, no concentration. Too easy.
Now, here's Chalmers. He feeds it to Wade. Pass to Bosch. Back to Wade. Steps back and fires. And it's Miami with another.
They've built this lead through plays exactly like that. He's easily been their most consistent performer.
Well, he's been splashing everything today.
Lawson drives in. Fareed, no good.
And excellent interior defense there. Good rotations.
No doubt about it, Steve. He's a real presence inside. Takes up a lot of space.
Wade with it. Now guarded by Gallinari. Wade kicks to Chalmers. No good. Now Denver takes it the other way. An even 3-on-3 break. Here's Fareed. Shot is off. Nice D from Bosch. The Heat leading by 5. Goes up on the high post. Ty Lawson grabs the board. Lawson's got 4 rebounds now tonight, and the call will be against Ty Lawson. That is his first foul of the game.
The offense looking much more crisp here. They're taking better care of the basketball.
Heat have gone 6 of 8 from the field in the 4th so far. It's been a great start to this final quarter for them. Lawson against Chalmers. A baseline J, and he gets it to go. And that's now 27 points for Dwayne Wade.
This is the kind of one-man performance that can win games for a team.
Yeah, he's unflappable, Steve. He doesn't seem rattled at all by the score and is now 4 for 4 in the quarter.
Gallinari dishes to Fournier. Clock at 6. And again, Denver no good. For Miami, they've gone 7 of 9 from the field down the stretch here in the 4th quarter. Terrific shooting. James kicks to Wade. Wade gets a screen from Bosch. And that basket is going to count. Goaltending, the official call.
He got there late, but you do have to like the aggressiveness to go after the block. But that one's going to count.
The Nuggets trail by 9. Watson the pass to Gallinari. Dishes to McGee. Lawson drives in, kicks it to Fareed. Denver passing it around. Here's Fournier. A three-pointer is right on target.
Well, he's been a real positive factor for them today, although, you know, as a team, they've had a lot of negatives mixed in there as well.
And here's Wade. Bosch sets the pick for Wade. Now the feed to James. And that one's good. James has got 9 points now in just the second half.
He's been so reliable again today, Kevin. And they need his points, and he's providing them.
Denver calls timeout. D-Wade really playing well in this one.
They don't seem to have any answers for him. They need to review their game plan and look for a way to cool him off.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Hi, guys. Over that break, I was able to catch the message Brian Shaw was giving to his team. He talked about their problems at the free throw line, but tried not to make too big a deal out of it. He said, listen, if we keep getting to the line, the ball will start going through the net. The important thing is keep getting there. Maybe that'll take a little pressure off him, guys.
Thank you, Doris. James in the post. Fareed defending. LeBron James again. And now it's a 10-point Heat lead.
Boy, they are just destroying them in the paint.
You could say that again, Steve. The defenders just aren't aggressive enough down low.
Gallinari dishes to Lawson. And McGee kicks to Lawson. Out to the right wing. Shot clock at 6. Gallinari gets the screen from McGee. A 15-footer misses off the right iron.
You know, he just hasn't looked right to me. A bit out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics, at least as I look at it.
The Nuggets trail by 10. Fournier passes to Fareed. Fournier dishes to Gallinari. Lawson outside. Back to Gallinari. Knocked loose, out of bounds. Miami takes possession.
Such a careless pass. You've got to keep your head in the game here.
The Heat leading by 10. Wade with it. Oh, yes, the turnaround. Wade's got 31 points.
He has really put his foot on the pedal this quarter, doing a tremendous job leading their offense.
Gallinari against James. And Gallinari kicks to Fournier. And another miss by Denver. Now here's James. Now Chalmers. Good on the shot. Chalmers has got 4 this quarter.
8 of the last 10 points at that end of the court have been scored on very high percentage shots in the paint.
And it's not necessarily strategic, Clark. It's just a matter of playing with more heart. You got to play hard, guys.
No good from Lawson.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
A fader. Offensive rebound.
And it is very dangerous to leave him open like that. Lucky break for the defense that he missed it.
Gallinari with it. Wade picks him up.
Inside 2 minutes.
Gallinari dishes to Lawson. Pass to McGee. Can they get it? No good. Some solid defense from Bosh. Here's the dish to Wade. Outside Bosh. Back to Wade. He tries for 3. JaVale McGee grabs the miss. McGee's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Here's Lawson. Count that one. Lawson's got 26 points.
You know, the height difference there is huge, but he canceled it out with great body control in the air.
Exactly, Steve. He got to the hoop and wouldn't allow himself to be manhandled by the big boy.
Bosh passes to Haslem. Fareed with the block.
And clearly no question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for Miami.
Steve, I agree. You know, I think the attitude was very impressive. Clark, you talked about this before the game. Definitely a competitive game, and they fought through it each step of the way.
Yeah, absolutely. They put a tremendous performance in terms of effort and intensity, and they deserve to win this one.
Fantastic show put on. What an amazing game all around it was for Dwyane Wade. Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do anything really to stop him.
Lawson with it. Now guarded by Chalmers. And Fournier kicks to Gallinari. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead.
And that's like a layup for him. He's just wide open out there.
35 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Miami's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. The drive by James. And he uses the glass on the layup. And the Heat lead by 11.
Well, they're going to walk out of here with a win and send this crowd home happy.
A very solid performance in a lot of areas for them.
And stolen by LeBron. He dishes it to Chalmers. And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. How much to be critical of with this win, Clark?
Not at all. I mean, they showed up not just to play. They showed up to give great effort and to win, and they did both.
And now we send you down to Doris Burke courtside, who's with our Jordan player of the game. Doris?
Dwayne, how did you guys overcome the deficit on the glass tonight?
Well, first of all, that's an unbelievable rebounding team. So they're very good. I think we made up for it with our energy. We had some steals, deflections that kind of made up for our rebounding.
More than one way to skin a cat. Thank you, Dwayne. Kevin?
Thank you, Doris, for that. And now for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke. This is Kevin Harlan saying see you next time as we present our Jordan player of the game, Dwayne Wade.